Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it may be for you. Welcome back to Road to New Game +7. I just remembered something I completely forgot for the past, what, 4 streams or so? I have a death counter. There it is. It works. Also, there's the souls up there. Sorry about that. Anyway, Today's New Game +4, to recap, we started the game with spears, a weapon class I have. Oh, 85. 85 on 4 playthroughs of the game. And most of those were in the first playthrough where I had to use spears. But yes, I died 85 times. Why is chat not on screen? Oh well. Yes, is it? Well, your messages are supposed to show up on screen, but it's not doing that. And I don't know why. Oh, now it works. Oh well, hey new. Yeah, to recap. New Game +0, that was spears. I don't like spears, that's why I died so many times. Yeah, you fixed it, good job, good job. New Game +2 was... Whips. You'd think whips would be more annoying than spears, but it actually went pretty well. After that, hammers, and then claws. Whips, eh. Honestly, I've grown to like whips a bit in this game. Although that opinion might change if I have to do another whip run with an unupgraded whip. Once the whip is actually like upgraded, it's pretty good. Certainly one of the better weapon types to fight Yorm with if you don't use Storm Ruler. Ancient Wyvern is an annoying enemy to fight with it though. So, ups and downs. But yeah, today we're starting New Game +4, which means we have a weapon wheel to roll. Spin. Alright. What do I want? I don't particularly care. Halberds and thrusting swords would certainly be the ones where I have the least experience. But here we go. Axes would be alright. Let's go. Well, I called out halberds as one of the most awkward ones. Of course it has to be a halberd then, doesn't it? Well... let's take a look at halberds then. What are the options? Should be fine. It should be... Could use the Black Knight Glaive. I've never really used that one. Doesn't have the best scalings. Doesn't have a status effect. I know that Lucerne has good damage potential or something. But let's take a closer look at the glaive. It does give a 20% bonus damage against demons, because it's a Black Knight weapon. I'm sure that's going to come up often, right? Which one? Don't know. Second wheel to choose which one. The thing is, I don't have all of them. Like, for example, the Immolation Tinder would involve me farming the Fire Witches in Irithyll for a long time. Crucifix of the Mad King, I don't think I have. Split Leaf Greatswords, I have. Glaive I can buy, maybe. Crescent Axe I could buy. Yeah, I don't want to do that this time. Maybe for the next weapon, but it's a neat idea. Oh, nice tip. R1, L2, R1 is a combo. Let's see, what would I... There's no like quality build here. $40.60, yeah, it's fine. I have basically quality build. I think I'm going to go with the Black Knight Glaive. But actually, let me check one thing real quick. There it is. Is this... It's not buffable. Huh. Did I ever pick up the Lucerne? Split Leaf is buffable, I think. Yeah, but the weapon art kinda sucks. For PvE, I think. I do have the Crescent Axe. I do have the Glaive. I do have the Halbert. It was so close to Reapers. If it was Reapers, it would have been so good, because then I could just use Frida's Scythe and be done with it. Maybe it's fine if the Black Knight's Glaive doesn't take buffs. Maybe that's actually alright.
Well,
oh, I haven't talked to Andre in this playthrough at all. Can this be infused? No. That makes sense. What does it take for reinforcement? Twinkling Titanite. It's the first time I Twinkling Titanite. Yeah, sure. Let's commit.
Pretty be careful.
And that means these can go from my bar for this playthrough. It does have a unique R2. In DS1, this weapon was absolutely amazing. What do I need in terms of supplies? I have enough green blossoms, I have enough buffs, and I'm not using any of this playthrough anyway. 7 deaths? I don't know. After spears, halberds are probably my least used weapon class. Link the fire. Yeah, I'll consider it. I guess we can go a little bit more into strength. Nah, vitality. Let's get that to 40.
Ashen one.
May the flames guide thee. Yep. Sure they will. Alright, begin journey 5. This is how it feels to Groundhog Day? Maybe. Except, I don't know if every day in Groundhog Day got progressively harder. I need to not press in the left stick as much. That's Night Rain controls. sense. Yeah. Okay. Music. I keep forgetting stuff. Are you gonna play for me? That should start playing in a second. I mean, the damage is pretty nice on this thing. You know, so beatbox, I am not capable. And there's the music. Might be a bit quiet. Alright, how's the riposte on this? Good damage, good damage. That works. Now I would really like it if the chat window would continue to scroll so I can actually read. Oh, and why has it stopped? I don't know, it has just stopped. It's not buffering or anything, it has just stopped. You play Yu-Gi-Oh! Just don't read. See, I actually read some cards. Like, my own, sometimes. Though maybe not enough. Yeah, the music is back. Okay, high wall. Let's speedrun this shit. Theoretically speaking. Speedrun. Felt that sometimes flashbacks to Red Eye's soul being once per duel. There's only very few cards that are once per duel. And I don't know what Red Eye's soul does, not gonna lie. Burns? Being equal to monsters you control. Okay. Is that even good? Like, do you actually play that in Red Eyes? It doesn't feel good unless you're actually playing Burn. Mid at best, I see. It's a free shield since it has 800 attack. Red Eye Soul is a monster. That kind of sounded like a spell card to me. Huh. Hey, little crystal lizard. Ow. Don't you run away. Can special summon when your opponent special summons. That seems an alright summoning condition. From hand. Oh. Well, from grave would be a lot better. And if it's not once per duel as well. It would be fine if it just said can special summon from hand or grave and banish it, but if it's from the graveyard, banish it when it leaves the field or something. Summoning isn't the burning is. Oh, okay. Does it burn on summon? Is it a quick effect? Is it an ignition effect? Like, I don't think I've legitimately ever... Like, I don't think I've ever seen this card. Ignition. Oh. Oh, that makes it even worse. When attacked equal... Okay, that... I wouldn't call that card mid, I would call it bad. Sorry. One, two, and three. Oh, I stunned him out of it. Ambassadors, okay, used to play it. It's crazy how they never really made good Red Eyes support. There's some Red Eyes cards that have seen a lot of play, but never as a Red Eye deck. It's kind of a win, man. Yeah, I don't know. Someone at Konami just doesn't like Joey. Though, to be fair, they also don't like Yugi. Apparently, the only DM character that can have good support and shit tons of it is Kaiba. Let's do Dancer. Sure, why not? Rolled too early. Do not be near that. Okay. This is just Night Rain practice. They ported her into that game, so that Dark Souls 3 can get some sales numbers for as a training tool. Surely. Even though with how rare this boss is in Night Rain. Maybe not. It's kind of weird. The old Dark Souls bosses coming back was like a huge selling point, at least to me and a few others. And then there's 6 of them. And that's it. It's weird. I just hope they bring more with new patches. Hey, Lucerne, that's a Halbert. Yeah. Cookie was, yeah. I find their selection a little bit weird as well. Like, Duke's Dear Freya? Really? That's the best DS2 boss you could think of? I don't know. Although, to be honest, it is one of the most recognizable bosses from DS2. Considering half the roster is just dude in armor. Which is not a problem to me, really, because dude in armor is usually one of the best fights that they have in these games. It's just not very recognizable, and dude in armor usually struggles against multiple people. Just the way it is. Even with Freya. I was sure this was better. See what you mean. The only shirtless dude in Souls that I can think of is Horalu. Or but I guess, yeah. Sure. But no, seriously, what other boss would I have taken from DS2? I mean, the Rotten would have been an option. Why am I collecting the Writer's Bone? I'm not doing the quest. Just force of habit, I guess. Last Giant, probably not. Pursuer? Pursuer would be really good as like a field boss or an event that could happen, like Margit invading. Instead it's the Pursuer, and he attacks you for a bit and then vanishes, and you have to until you kill him. Like, Pursuer would be great for that, but wouldn't be like a night boss in my mind. I'm honestly kind of surprised they didn't use Pursuer for that, or for something like it. They obviously had the idea, that's why Margit does it. Lost Sinner has like the problem with dealing with multiple people. It's kind of hard to actually think of iconic Dark Souls 2 bosses. At least for me, it's hard to think of them. If we're going DLC, Sir Alon would be... Yeah, it's hard to think of these 2 bosses as well. Kinda... I mean, I remember them, it's just... a lot of them just wouldn't make a good night boss. Like Royal Rat Vanguard, no. The Congregation, no. Oh fuck. Huh, that parry doesn't do much. The Royal Rat Authority, maybe, but you're kind of missing a very important status effect from that. And having that as a night boss is also kind of weird. I guess you could have a lot more field bosses instead of night bosses from DS2. Just have a few more wandering bosses. I think Capra Demon from DS1 would also fit that quite well. Ow. Capra Demon, Taurus Demon, you know, the bosses that were reused in Lost Izalith as normal enemies. I think those could be very good field bosses. Just have them roaming around. Yeah, DS2 bosses. Ooh, Ruin Sentinel could be something for a night boss. Or... like locked in a jail or something. And there's 3 of them already, so that fits with the whole multiplayer thing as well. Although the Ruin Sentinels are kinda just the crystalids in Elden Ring, I guess. Yeah, even in their like stature and behavior, they're pretty similar now that I think about it. I guess the Crystallians are just a copy of the Ruin Sentinels, if you think about it like that. Yeah, don't copy my homework, yeah. Pop those balls. Ow. Pop them. There we go. Mirror Knight could be an interesting DS2 boss to include. I found a chicken going. Alright. See you around, New. What else? I feel like the Ancient Dragon wouldn't hit all that well. It's kinda difficult to think of DS2 bosses in this way. I mean, there's a lot of them. The roster is extensive, but would you want to include Demon of Song or something like that? I wouldn't. The Hellkite? No, not Hellkite. The Guardian Dragon you need to go through to go to the dragon area after Aldia's Keep. I don't think that would fit very well. We already have a lot of dragon enemies. I would need to look at the entire boss roster for DS2, I guess. It could be fun. Could make a tier list of... Could be a night boss, could be a night lord, maybe as a roaming boss. Yeah. field boss or not at all. Yeah, I think that could be an interesting stream. And we could go through all bosses in DS1, 2, 3. I guess only those, because that's also the only games we know they're taking stuff from. Bloodborne and Demon's Souls is unlikely because they are trapped behind Sony IP. Ow. Ow. I think for me it's easy to think of DS3 bosses I would want to see in Night Rain. I definitely would like to see Gandia in both forms, or maybe in a kind of merged form of the two to make it a little bit fresh. That would be cool. I think Ward we could skip, maybe as a Night 1 boss, but not really. Crystal Sage could be a field boss at best in my mind. Watchdogs of Farron should absolutely be a Night 1 boss with 2. Maybe Night 2 if we're including Phase 2. We should include Phase 2. Like, have 3 of them spawn. Let them be able to hurt each other, sure. And then once all of them are dead, we go to Phase 2. I think that would be really nice. Curse Rotten Greatwoods, no, we shouldn't include that one. It's just not a very interesting boss, is it? Although we have included Freya, which is kind of similar with its weak points. So, if they want to, I'm not gonna say no, but not exactly the best boss, I'd say. The Deacons of the Deep don't include, not as a night boss, not as anything else. They were never a really good boss fight, were they? They're alright. It's like non-offensive, but not good. Right, continue. After Deacons, usually Volnir, you shouldn't include. Old Demon King, probably not. Although the explosion could catch some people off guard and that would be funny. Maybe as a Night 1 boss. Where's Hazel? Ah, there she is. We're doing this again? Ah, no. There you go. Pontiff, I absolutely would love to see Pontiff in Night Rain. Aldrich, I don't know, probably not. Yorm? I think they could do something with including Yorm, and then there's something with the arena that continuously spawns like power-ups that give you the Storm Ruler attack for one attack, but maybe you have to do something to get those, and then when you press R1 or whatever, it just does the Storm Ruler attack, and that's how you beat him. And that could be fun. That could be an interesting way of including Yorm. It should be a Knight 2 boss, I think. Start him off in phase 2. Ancient Wyvern, no. Nameless King is already in. Have I forgotten anyone? Crystal Sage, I said not really. Maybe as a field boss. Osiris. I don't know. Maybe Knight 1. Doesn't feel like a Knight 2 boss. Crystal Sage. I should save those thoughts for it when we actually do that stream. I would need to find some people that have actually played the previous games as well. I don't know how much Rev has played it. I think Katu maybe has played like DS3. I don't know if he's played the original and DS2, or if he would even be up for this. Could definitely be interesting. Soul of Cinder, the final boss. Would I like to see that in Night Rain? Phase 1? Yeah, Phase 1 could be interesting with the weapon switches. But maybe let him have some new weapons as well. Like, give him a katana as well. I don't know. I think the not Ascended, Convergence gives Soul of Cinder a katana as well. But that would take effort. I don't know if the dev team is willing to put in effort. I mean, the game itself does not exactly scream high effort, does it? It's, hey, we took some assets from Elden Ring and merged it with a Fortnite circle. Have fun. To be honest, the best thing about Night Rain is the updated mobility for the player character. Although it's still a step behind Sekiro. Is it? The jump is more responsive than in Sekiro. But we don't have a grappling hook or anything like that, so... I think it comes out about even. With Sekiro like slightly ahead. Although, to be perfectly clear, I absolutely would have preferred the Night Rain movement over having Torrent in base Elden Ring. Absolutely would have preferred that. Would have been way better. I never liked the Torrent controls. They're just not good. Sorry. Like, it's a neat idea, and I know they've been trying to do like mounts for a long time. But it's just not as good, is it? Hey, out of the way. Ow, I tried to strafe it. That didn't work at all. And I couldn't see the attack from that little guy. The last one that killed me, at least. That's annoying. But with the Black Knight Glaive / Black Knight Halbert in hand, it almost feels like I'm speedrunning DS1 again. Although I'm not sure if I could truly call what I did speedrunning. My times were never that good. But I did attempt. I did attempts. I think I got like a sub 3 hours or something on one of the few attempts I actually, you know, finished the run. And weirdly enough, one skip I could just never get to work for me. One skip I could just never do is Duke skip, is Archive skip. It's one of the easiest things to do. I just couldn't never get that one right. No idea why. It's just the way it is. Okay. That's a precarious situation. And I absolutely would not have had the mental wherewithal to do a fast quit out there. There we go, that's better. What was I talking about? I was going through bosses to see what would be good in Elden Ring, in Night Rain, and then I was saying that Torrents can go eat a carrot, and I'd rather have the Night Rain movement in base game Elden Ring instead of Torrent. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I think I should be allowed to stack ring effects. Like if I equip 4 Lloyd's Sword Ring, I should be allowed to do that. I should just be allowed to equip 4 of them. I should also be allowed to equip multiple Chloranthy rings, Ring of Favor. Why not, huh? Why not? Okay. Time to kill some old men. Way to go, they do. There you are. What's the one-handed R2? Could be... Ow. Where are you going this time? Over here, into the small guy. Alright, phase 2? Phase 2. Ouch. Okay, that's just very risky what I'm doing here. I mean, it is just the deacons, but just standing there and tanking everything is definitely not a good habit to develop. What's the weapon out on this? Ah, spin to win. That works. There's my ember back, and now we're going for... Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs of Farron. I don't know why I struggle so much with names today. Or with teleporting. Like, I'm supposed to teleport down here, obviously. Put out this flame. Look, I'm helping preventing forest fires. Ignore that one. I'm putting out the ones that are really important. Not that one. You know, the ones that are contained within a stone building and are in no danger of spreading. Let go of me. Let go. Die. I hate this enemy so much. Was it here? There's a new game plus item close to one of these. It's this one. I think it's an enhanced poison resistance ring. Oh, dark resistance. Both are purple. Like this one, and we are going up the bridge. Are we? I mean, it's an enemy that drops a soul. So I kind of feel like I should be killing it in an all bosses run. Yeah. Oh, demon. There you are, you slightly stupid piece of rock. Gotta say, I think oh yeah. I was about to say, hey, that deals a lot more damage than other weapons. Yeah, it's almost like this has an anti-demon effect or something. It deals 20% more damage against them. Aw, look at you. You lost a leg. Well, you know what they say, break a leg. I feel like that was insensitive. Was it? Careful with those vengeful souls. I'm sure there's a lot in this swamp. I mean, I've seen the player discourse about this place. But, you know. Maybe be a little bit careful about what kind of spirits you're summoning. Ow. Oh, that could have been very dangerous if that continued. If I didn't teleport out in time. He would have absolutely thromped me. Is that a word? If it's not, I'm making it one. Trying to summon the spirit of William Afton. I feel like that name should mean something to me, but it doesn't. FNAF. Oh. Yeah, I kind of stopped watching lore videos about FNAF 10 years ago. Or was FNAF out 10 years ago? It kind of feels like it was. Purple guy, I see. Probably. Yeah, it kind of feels like it's been 10 years, or at least MatPat has been making videos about it for that long. I feel like. I thought, didn't he quit YouTube? Yeah, well. Ow! Hey, 666 damage. Oh, you can't see that. Well, you guys gotta believe me. I got 666 damage on the first combo. Damn, Red Eye is fucking the main boss up. Nope, not anymore. Oh. And that's phase one. Go on, do something. Damn, that's some nice hit stun. And a nice backstab to finish it off, because why not? And this is the backstab to finish it off, actually. I love this fight. I want it in Elden Ring, I want it updated, I want it to last longer. I want it in Night Rain. It really should be. It deserves, like, this boss deserves an environment where fights last longer than a minute. It is so well made. Although maybe when they port it to Night Rain, they're gonna ruin it. There's always the possibility. Maybe messing up is a high rate. Yeah. Who knows? No, why am I going up there? I can just cross the bridge. Let's go beat up a skeleton, and then we can go downstairs and beat up an old man. I feel like I can phrase that better. FBI, the FBI is so far away. Who cares? It's gonna take them like at least a day to get here. Hey, where's your arm? Ow. Oh, he's summoning his little sword. That's a bit annoying. I need you to hold that arm still, please, sir. I can't refit your bracelets if you're constantly moving. There we go. Bracelet refitted. One last one. Just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, you can go back to the abyss now, sir. Goodbye. Another satisfied customer. Alright, and now I need to teach that old man a lesson. No matter how many times I do it, you just won't learn. Or I can do a little bit of a fight club, animal fighting ring. No, let's not go there. I'm gonna get this here mimic Ow. To fight that there demon. Alright, Mimic, if you would follow me. Here is your opponent. Please don't die the first round. Pathetic. Well, I do have increased demon damage, so who cares? Bye bye, demon. These days, every time I hear or say bye-bye, I have to think of this one Yu-Gi-Oh card. Bye-bye damage. I don't remember what event it was, but in some Master Duel event, I used a loner deck with that card in it and hit my opponent for like 9,600 damage or something like that. It was very nice. Alright, let's kill this demon. Staggered him right out of that annoying attack. Really? Fuck. I didn't realize I was that low. I mean, I remembered the explosion, I just thought I could either kill him before or roll through it or tank it. I didn't remember that I was this low. I didn't pay attention to my own HP. That was just very sloppy of me. Just not the level of play I usually would consider my standard. Let's try this again, shall we? We should be close. There it is. And this time I'll just run away. There we go. Easy enough. And 2 more strikes. There it is. 1 dead old Demon King. Next up, Pontiff. Ooh, Pontiff could be interesting with the Halbert. Halbert is a bit of a slow weapon, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, crocodile. I should kill you here, otherwise you're gonna attack me down on the lake. Sorry, I forgot about you. Weirdly enough, you do not count as a demon. I guess demons are a very specific thing in the world of Dark Souls, and damn. Schnie, schna, schnappi, das kleine Krokodil. Never been to Florida? No, as a matter of fact, I have not crossed the Atlantic to go to Florida and look at crocodiles. Also, I thought Florida was more known for alligators. Alright, that's one endangered species dead. Reason for death? Me. Indeed. Well, there is two more of its kind, so if that's a breeding pair, they have a chance to recover. If not, oh well. Not exactly a great loss for the ecosystem. I mean, they weren't even really meant to exist. They just were mutations created by Pontiff Sullivan's experiment. Just like what you did for the dodo birds. Are you putting the dodo bird extinction on my head here? I don't remember doing that, but maybe it was me. I don't remember. I don't know what I was doing in New Zealand during that time. My memories are kind of hazy. The natives had a lot of herbal medicine, let's call it. I don't remember the half of it. And so, wait. Oh no, it was kiwis in New Zealand. Dodos were Australia? Yeah, that's how little I remember about it. I don't know, they're gone. They are. They're gone recently enough though. If we can find some genetic material, there might be a chance to bring them back through cloning. I think that would be a cool application of technology. That'd be nice, yeah. And as far as I'm aware, technically we have the tech, it just no program like that has been funded. I know there's a company doing stuff with like dire wolves, even though it's more of a marketing stunt to do it with dire wolves, and they actually want to expand it to more to other species, but the dire wolf has like the name recognition, so they're doing that first. And what they created is basically no different than a grey wolf at this point, but it's a step in that direction. That's interesting. Financially speaking, you need to really fucking love dodos. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason they're extinct and didn't really survive, but... Actually... I don't remember what was the actual cause. Was it just... Because I don't think they were hunted to extinction. I think something else happened. No, maybe it was hunted. I don't know. Can't say I've ever looked much into what caused the extinction of the dodo birds. Let me look it up. It would be an interesting piece of information, I'd say. It should be just one quick Google search. I just can't do that while I'm getting sliced to bits by a scythe. Oh yeah, this is my last bonfire, damn it. I feel like on New Game Plus, the bosses aren't even the issue. Just regular enemies throughout the level deal an increased amount of damage that's just ridiculous. Like that attack took half my HP. But Dutch soldiers around 1600 on an island in the Indian Ocean. The dodo became extinct less than 80 years because of deforestation, hunting, and destruction of the... Okay. So, it was caused by the Dutch. Maybe we should let the sea take the Dutch. How about it? You know, just wait until the Dutch are submerged by the ocean and then we can do something about climate change. Just as revenge for the dodo bird. And there goes close to 1 million souls. Fuck. I blame the Dutch. That wouldn't be constituted as a war crime. It might or might not be one. Technically speaking, only nation states or actors of nations can commit war crimes. Because for a war crime to take place, you need to be at war. An individual can't be at war. And just letting something, and just not preventing something. I don't think it would be a war crime, so I think we should go ahead and get revenge for the dodo. I'm getting out of bed every day, it's really cool. Oh, it's cold for you. Can we swap? Because it's like 32 degrees or something here. It's really hot and I don't like it. Sure, do you want to come to Brazil? No. Don't really want to go to Brazil, you know. On second thought, you know, summer passes, but once you're in Brazil, you know? Brazil stays Brazil, whether it's warm or cold. Okay. So getting to Pontiff cost me 2 deaths. Maybe I can at least first try this guy. Decent damage on the parry. And again. Okay, yeah. And that's Pontiff. Damn. I kinda like this Halbert, this Black Knight Glaive. The damage is alright. How much AR am I currently at? Oh, 565, that's alright. Still not as good as the version in DS1, but the version in DS1 was absolutely broken. Like, there is a reason why people used the Black Knight Halbert as the weapon for speedrunning. No poise on the weapon art, I guess. Yeah. That was a very good Pontiff fight. It was also just lucky that he decided to do the parryable attack just twice right at the start while I was still looking for it. That was kind of lucky. Ow! An arrow to the elbow? Really? Couldn't even hit my knee. First try. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I still would have gotten him without the parry. Without the second parry, at least. But it made the fight a whole lot faster, and that's always nice to have. Arrow to the chin. What chin? Oh, this guy doesn't really have much of a chin to hit. Like, your target is the size of a nickel. I think the arrows are bigger. Do I have other armor options at this point? I just don't like how the Katarina leggings look. They're just so bulky. Same with the Winged Knight leggings. It makes my legs look so fat. I don't like it. Fashion is way more important than survivability. Yeah, fashion solves the true endgame. Just like Fashionscape and RuneScape is the true endgame. Or fashion in basically any MMO. Does my ass look to me at the dresser? Yeah, maybe. Ow. Ow! Hey, I'm trying to jump over the railing here. Alright, let's try that one more time. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'll just go down the stairs normally. You're really annoying, you know that? There's two more of you. Okay. I should stop trying to do stuff. Okay, I already know I'm probably not playing at the top of my game today because of the temperature and some other stuff, but dying on these stairs to the fireball fuckers is just embarrassing. Unfortunately, the death counter doesn't lie, and the death counter reads the death count straight from the game's memory. There is no cheating that. So unfortunately, it's right there. max damage, hit the torso, and it's dead. Goodbye, Aldrich. Like I said, the bosses aren't the problem. I think at higher New Game Plus cycles, the normal enemies are way more. They're way stronger. 2 first service back to back. I think I first tried every boss. I've only died in between bosses this run. Crocodile doesn't count as a boss in your eyes. No, it doesn't. Crocodile is not a boss. Doesn't have a boss health bar, doesn't drop a soul, boss soul, it's not a boss. Ah, damn it, I hit the wall. You like to spin? I can spin too. Fuck hell, man. Oh yeah, this is the one way to cheat the death counter, I guess. Dying to invaders, NPC or player, does not add to the death count for whatever reason. The game doesn't count those deaths. Or at least it doesn't keep track of them. Does falling count? Yes. Unless an invader is in your world. Like, as soon as an invader, NPC or otherwise, is in the world, it doesn't count the death, I'm pretty sure. No idea why, I just noticed that at some point while I was using the death counter, and I die again. This guy has insane damage. I guess NPC invaders have the luxury of scaling with the new game cycle. Okay, 2 taps. Yeah, if I'm not exactly full health, this guy just 2-shots me. It's crazy. Yeah, NPC invaders have the luxury of scaling with the new game cycle. So while my damage is kinda capped by weapon upgrades and stats, this guy will just keep increasing. He will keep scaling. I need to keep healing to full here. Otherwise, we might repeat the last happening. There we go. The souls are unfortunately just not worth it. Oh yeah, souls, right. There. First try, exactly. Death counter didn't increase. So if I was editing these, I could literally just cut to that one. No one would ever notice. Unfortunately, I'm not editing these, I'm just uploading VODs. I'm just exporting the VODs from Twitch. So, Whoopsie. And so succeeding try. That would take editing. And I don't want to edit this. Also, I'm not recording this separately, so it would be like a downloaded VOD that would be edited, and that's just kinda meh. Did I open the door? I think I forgot to open the door. There we go. And since I'm up here anyway, I might as well go out the other door. Might as well go out the window. Oh yeah, feeling sleepy? Awake now? I woke you up? Good. There's a few of those corpses around. Never quite understood why they scream. Grinding on RuneScape, have we? Oh. What are you grinding? Oh! I'm also doing a one chunk account. I started in the Grand Tree. There's 2 videos of it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, watching you. Oh, you watch. Thanks for watching. Was more what did you try? It's a fun game mode. Alcarid is something I might have to do as well in the future because of the gnome glider. I am in the process of editing episode 3. I'm just really slow at editing. Okay, it doesn't have that much other than one quest. Don't you need to... Well, you don't need to, but if I go to Alcarid, I need to get 75 thieving. Because I need to pickpocket a gnome. Yeah, 75. I need to pickpocket a gnome. Great Wars at 25. I don't know, I just know that gnomes are 75, and if a gnome glider connects me to Alcarid, that means the diary task to pickpocket a gnome becomes doable, which means I will need to grind to 75 thieving, yeah. And you know what's worse? The gnome glider chunk has a single pickpocketable man. You know what that means? I'll have to pickpocket my way to 75 on one man. Like, I'll steal everything that man owns. And that's like the worst XP per hour you can get for thieving. Just pickpocketing a man. Yeah. You have for like 4 hours. Oh, that's nothing. You know what? One of the tasks in my the video I'm currently editing, I need to get 85 combat to get a Slayer task from Neve. All I have is gnomes and gnome guards. Alcarid sounds positively enjoyable in comparison. But it's only the starting chunk is Alcarid, right? You're very close to a different kind of horrible grind. 30 defense, 20 attack. Honestly, attack might be better to train, but whatever at that low level. You're very close to the Calphite dungeon. That's like 2 chunk rolls away from Alcarid. And that means you need to get the unique drops from the Calphite Queen. Yeah. Do you have access to ranged in any way, shape or form? I'm not sure. Because there is a method to safe spotting the Calphite Queen. I'm not sure if that's feasible for you though. If man drops magic runes, then yes. Okay, yeah. That might... if you do that... well, it's probably away, like some ways away and stuff, but... Ow. Yeah. Of course, you could just roll it to the north or into Lumbridge and everything would be fine. Are you doing normal chunk account or extreme 1 chunk? I didn't do extreme 1 chunk because I didn't feel like getting 99s just for the sake of getting 99s as a task would be interesting. Normal first try, yeah. I feel like that's definitely definitely fine. I like used the extreme rule set as a base and then took out the stuff I felt was a little bit over the top. For example, technically the Grand Tree chunk has a level 90 mining task if I get access to a pickaxe in some way, because a shooting star can fall next to the giant tree. So that means in the extreme chunk, in the extreme rule set, if I get access to a pickaxe, I would need to grind to 90 mining. Now, I want my tasks to be chunk specific, so I've said the way I handle it is if I get the reward shop for the shooting star currency, then it will become a task to do shooting stars. but not before then. And if I recall correctly, the shop for that is in the mining guild in Falador. By the way, stuff only happened on the spot. Yeah, it's like a boss that takes a lot of time. It's not that thought intensive. I can just talk. Same thing with Puro Puro. There is a wheat patch, a wheat field in the Grand Tree Chunk that is an entrance to Puro Puro. So if I lamp my way to 17 Hunter, I could do all of Puro Puro. But the way I'm handling that is if I get access to a permanent entrance to Puro Puro, so if I can do the Lost City and get access to Xanaris, that's when Puro Puro will become a task. Like, I still want to relate that to some chunks. This means I randomly walk into a place that has a bank midway through the stream. I got a flipping ball then. Event. I think the pinball event is like it only gives you gems. Five rubies, yeah. Honestly, Alcarit is a good starting location, I feel like, if you don't get to the Calphites layer too fast. You have a bank, you have a weapon shop, you have a general store. Like, if you look at the map, a general store is so far away from the gnome stronghold. I have basically no real way of making money. Like, if you watched the video, you saw my best money making tool is taking kitchen utensils and selling them for 5 GP each. Yeah, like I'm taking it out of the kitchen cupboard from Hudo and selling it right back to the same man. As long as he's happy to buy, I'm happy to sell, but I would really like a different money maker. That's very far away though. If I had a general store, I could sell unstrung bows for boatloads of cash. Yeah, that is really if I just check them out. Yeah. Like, the closest one is if I roll into the gnome glider chunk with Alcarit. Like the Alcarit's gnome glider. And then either roll into Alcarit proper or Lumbridge. If I get either of those, that would be honestly pretty amazing. If I claim this man, I'm gonna lose. This is worthless. Oh yeah. Talismans are pretty worthless, but what can you do? more men. Mans. I mean, it would be... No, man is correct. What? I don't think their name is man. I think they have their own names. They're just not important enough for the player to remember them. I mean, do you think every city guard is just called guard? No, I don't think that. I think they're just not important enough for our character to remember their names, so that's why we don't even learn them. At least that's the way I rationalize it. Because I'm also pretty sure not every gnome is literally just called gnome or gnome woman. Or gnome child. Got named man. As long as it's only this specific man. Sure. I'm sure one of them can be named man. No spoilers, but I recently had to do an RNG grind and I almost finished the entire gem drop table before I got the drop I was looking for. I'm missing like a chaos talisman or something. And then I would have everything from the gem drop table I can currently get, which for some reason the gem drop table includes the dragon spear and stuff like 3 items, but you need to finish Legends quest or something for that to become available as a drop. No idea why that's the case, but that's how it is. Yo, can you stop repeating yourself so much? I fucking died. I wanna die. I just wanna die IRL now. Fuck. Man. It's another fucking 30 minutes. Yeah, this is not good. Fuck. Ow. It is what it is. And what it is bullshit! Get over here, Yorm. Do the attack. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Good boy. Not that one. Ow. Not this attack. This attack. There's no equal to what go. What? No, no, no. No, no. I can't afford those microphones, man. Have you seen the prices? I want to try if I can hit the head. I should be able to with the R1. It's kind of tricky though. I'm always hitting the torso first. There it is, 500, and I can only get in one hit. So hitting the arms for 2 hits is better than that. Although if I hit the head enough, there might be a chance for a riposte. Difficult to say. I have 10 fishing bait from the same man. At this point I have like 35 fishing on my chunk account without ever touching a fish. It's all just from the Evil Bob event. At this rate, I might be able to unlock barbarian fishing as my first fishing method if I get the waterfall chunk. Which would be a very scary chunk because that's very close to barbarian assault. It's like having smithing without an anvil. I mean, smelting bars is at least a training method. For me, it's literally just random events. But, yeah, Barbarian Assault is a very scary chunk. Ooh. Okay, hitting the heads is worth it. I should have been doing that the entire time. Holy shit. It's kind of fun. Most of the chunks around the gnome stronghold are just nothing. There's nothing there. For sure, there's some quest locations like the outposts where you can start some kind of quest. I don't even remember. I think it's making history or meeting history. I don't know. It's called something like that. This is so much better. Damn. Okay, note to self. If you can hit the head, do it. It's always worth it. Can you please step down the stairs? Yeah, like I could do this with the whip as well. The problem with the whip was I couldn't really capitalize on it because I can't riposte with the whip. But yeah, this is absolutely worth doing. So did you start the chunk account just today, or did you start it a while ago? Yesterday, I see. Now, how close are you to completing your first chunk? The combat stats don't seem too bad. I think you only have to like start Prince Ali's rescue or something. What else is there? You can't do the rooftop agility course, right? Just need the combat stats on there. That's crazy. But hey, you have a Mithros scimitar you can buy, that's nice. And what is the shop? Plate? Skirts? Plate legs? I don't remember. No, the plate leg shop is skirts and plate legs, yeah. Hey, that already means you have better armor than me. Because the best armor available to the gnome stronghold is pink robes. And that's it. And you don't need to rely on the Quizmaster random event to get your Mithros scimitar. So yeah, it's a good start. Have you looked at what you would like to be your next chunk? You choose a chunk or random. I chose the Grand Tree because I wanted to do the gnome gliders as a little bit of a special thing for my account, so I chose it. Random into Alcarate. Yeah, it's nice. Alcarate is alright. I did like a few random rolls before, but didn't really like any of them, and then I had the idea, like I don't know if you watch other one chunk accounts. I was watching Josh's Yanil account, and he had the special thing with the Mage Guild, the portals there, and I thought that was interesting because it like mixes up what chunks you can roll. And then I looked into, hey, what can I do for that? I was considering doing Keldergrim because of the minecart connection, but chose Grand Tree in the end. Keldergrim also would have started off with like a 99 smithing grind. So yeah, and I was half prepared to actually do that. I considered it, but then I thought it doesn't really give me enough. It doesn't really give me enough different chunks to roll. Shit, anyway, that's just because of gnomes. No, I hate gnomes. At this point, I've killed so many gnomes. No one will believe me that I like gnomes. All gnomes must die. Ooh, I finally made this roll. Sage ring +2. How useful. Something that's gonna click this. Well, I didn't dislike gnomes at the start. I started disliking them once I had to be with them for hundreds upon hundreds of hours. Oh yeah, I started my account like exactly at the start of the year. It was New Year's, like 31st of the night from the 31st to the 1st of January. I went outside, watched the fireworks for like half an hour, and then I went inside and started my one chunk account. So at least it's very easy for me to remember how long I've been doing this. That hurts. Ah, well. I'm not big on celebrations or something, so didn't really lose out on anything for me. Ah, fuck, man. The damage is really starting to catch up to me. Like the amount of damage these guys deal. This is the first time I've died to Osiris in quite a while. New game plus also good job. Yeah, new game +4. This is where the true game starts. Like 2 new game cycles after the game has stopped making any gameplay or item location changes. Dark Souls 3.4. Maybe. Ow. I need to use an ember as soon as I get in this boss room. Ah, did you see that sword? He's tried to poke me. Ben's 25. Congrats. Evil idea.
Dear little Ocelot, where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid.
What's your evil idea? Just to catch you with evil intent. Oh. Okay, we should be firmly in phase 2 now. Ow. I do like the stance damage this weapon does. It staggers the enemies quite often. It's just a bit slow at times. For this weapon. I mean, it's a good weapon. I feel like it's just not my preferred type of moveset. But it is very nice to have the vertical reach to hit Yorm in the head. That's always appreciated on any kind of weapon. And it does a good amount of damage. So... it's not one of my favorite weapons, definitely, simply because of the weapon type, but it's a good weapon. Like, really good. Especially on demons. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's like 6 demons in the game. There's the demon up on the bridge above the poison swamp. There's the demon in... below the catacombs on the way to the smoldering lake. There's the old demon king, and then there's the demon in pain, the demon from below, and the demon prince, all in the same boss fight. And I think that's it in terms of demons. Those 6 feel the pain though. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Oh, I think the game's crashing. Yep, there it goes. I didn't go to the Consumed King's Garden early this time. This is why it only crashes now. 2 hours for this crash? Yeah, because I didn't... I went through the areas the way the game intends to, so it loaded less areas, I think. And that's why it only crashed now. This is usually the point in the run where it crashes when I'm... I still don't want to call it speedrunning, but when I'm going a little bit faster through the game. Though usually I'm here an hour earlier in that case. Where am I? Yeah, I'm honestly on a pretty good pace. So yeah, usually it crashes before Osiris. When I'm doing the normal route. And I guess that's because I usually don't do Dancer early, so it's... yeah, if I take that time out, that actually lines up perfectly. Hey, Gandia. Get parried. Speaking of parries... Honor ring. Ah, I missed. It is just so easy to parry this guy once you got the timings down. It's such a difference. He looks cool. Yeah. Like, he is really, really cool. And the first time you fight him, he feels so unbeatable. If you don't parry him, this guy's momentum is going to absolutely fuck you up. But once you learn how to parry him, it's such a shift. The difference is so insane. I think this is the most stark difference between like the first time you fight a boss and like the third time you fight a boss. Because at that point you probably have figured out how to fight this guy. Yeah, I would love to have Gundyr in Night Rain. And be it like have it be like a mix between Unix Gundyr, the tutorial boss, and Champion Gundyr. I think that could be a pretty cool fusion if it has like access to both phases, or I don't know, just something to make the fight a little bit different. And since there's already two versions of the boss, merging them together seems like the obvious choice. They did it for Smelter Demon. They merged the blue and the red one. So why not Gundyr? I noticed the fire is also doing a lot more damage than in previous runs. Ow. Yeah, you bless your weapon. Go right ahead. Low DSA, Dragon Slayer armor. Pretty late phase 2. Dragon Slayer armor would also be nice in Night Rain. I mean, bring the butterflies from the sides as well, why not? Yeah, those things. They shoot projectiles and lasers, so they are part of the fight. So if you bring over DSA, bring over those guys as well. Please don't bring those back. I mean, they barely do anything. Would be an interesting event though if you just have like a shadow incursion of just these guys and they just start shooting lasers at the party. Could be funny. As long as I'm not the target. They're ugly though. Let's be honest, 95% of all bosses in these games are ugly. Like, have you seen the gaping maw boss in Night Rain? That guy doesn't win any beauty contests. 95 is a downscale. I mean, you still have bosses like Quelaag and the Scorpion Lady from DS2 and I think Dancer is alright. I'm sure I can find some bosses that don't look absolutely hideous. Oh yeah, I still need to do Archdragon Peak after the Grand Archives. Give me a minute, I can think of non-ugly bosses. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I can. It's not my fault that, like, most bosses are hideous, but that doesn't change that there are some that are not. Also, Gargoyle, what the fuck are you doing on this balcony? You usually don't follow me here. Stop following me. I said stop. A little bit worse than a restraining order. I'll just fucking kill them. I'll file a restraining order on your life. You may not go anywhere near the realm of the living for the next eternity. Good damage. Ow. Damn it, I was mid-roll. Thank you. Bye-bye. You take care as well. Probably going to end after this boss anyway, because I am... The heat is definitely not doing me any good. Alright, phase 2. I am taking more damage than I really should.
Oh, dear brother.
Few more hits. 2 more. That should have hit Lothric as well, come on. And that's both of them at the same time. You remain among the accursed. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. One last thing so I don't forget next time. Remind me if I do. We need to do Archdragon Peak. So I'm gonna go to the first Archdragon Peak bonfire and quit there. But hey, at least I'm up to 1,000,000 souls again. That's always nice. At least it makes up for the 1,000,000 I lost earlier this run. Whoopsie. Funny how that happens. The music stopped at some point as well. Oh well. We're close to the end, it doesn't really matter. Okay, fast. Can I can't rest. Well, that resets the enemies, I guess. Okay, now that I'm here, I shouldn't forget to do Archdragon Peak next time. And I'll say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope I'll see you next time. Fortunately, I can't stream for too long at the moment. Like, something happened that I don't really want to get into, and yeah. But it's not too bad, it's gonna get better. Take care, and bye bye.